all. Thanks, Toastmasters and guests. Very good evening to all of you. I want an honest answer from all of you for this question. How many of us remembered Mahatma Gandhi on his birth anniversary last week? Or how many of us forgot? Let's say forgot.
He was born on Sunday this week.
Okay, today, in our conquest of communication and leadership skills, we'll begin with ourselves. Let's talk about Mahatma Gandhi's powerful statements that he had made during his living. Most of the statements are so powerful that I went to thinking myself on how true those statements are, no matter how many decades have gone after his death. Today we will have guests and members speaking on those statements. But before that, I want to give you all a small tip. Those are the tips that I would like all of you to keep in mind in case you get lost with the topics that you get. You can speak on before or after about a particular topic, or past, present, future, how it is relevant, how it was relevant in past, how it is relevant now, or how it can be relevant in future, cause effect, subject heads, how scientifically it can be right, wrong, etc. So finally, in case you still don't get any idea, ask audiences. That's the best way. So let's start our session today. I will select the topic randomly and I will call the speaker. Can I call Toastmaster Ganesh, please?
Each one has to find his peace from within, and peace to be real must be unaffected by outside circumstances. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and the distinguished guests.
Good evening.
So where do we get the peace from? Go and search everywhere in the world. But nobody realizes that the peace should come from within. If you are not peace, you will not find peace anywhere. You can go to any ashram or anywhere, but the peace should be coming from inner self. The mind should be relaxed and you should be in control of your mind so that you can be able to find the peace. You can read scriptures or you can go to any way, but you will not find the peace. So there are few things which you can do for peace. One thing is meditation, another thing is spirituality. So by doing these things, first you will be calming your mind down, and also by finding the path of spirituality, you can always find the peace from the within which will be hidden. So by saying these things, I think you should have peace from within and not from outside.
Toastmaster Arvinda.
Confession of errors is like a broom which sweeps away the dirt and leaves the surface brighter and clearer. I feel stronger for confession. Dear Toastmasters, if you look deeper into the history of Indian civilization, repentance, confession, and correcting one's mistakes has been kept at a very high level in the Indian theology. I remember when we used to study Mahabharata in our textbook in 11th standard, there was a phrase, confession, this is a bitter medicine. Wise men drink it to keep their heads clear. It was said by Vidura in Mahabharata when he was questioning Dhritarashtra, asking him that he should have supported the righteous during the time of gambling. We have to confess, it doesn't make us small. If we go back to the history, or we look at, as he said, about Gandhi, the founder of Indian state, he himself had written in his book that he confessed stealing money from his father. Well written, well documented. And then we could see him as one of the greatest, or one of the finest statesmen who created a country from nothing in 1940.
In continuation to that, it also helps us to improve the relationships, to keep the relationships healthy when we confess any mistakes that we do. And also we can be very comfortable with others. All of us can bring it up. Can I now call upon Dr. Satish, please?
Poverty is the worst form of violence. Very Toastmasters and welcome this. Violence actually tend to define in terms of the harm inflicted on the human beings or any other particular animals. But the greatest violence will be poverty, as Gandhiji said. If a person does not have the means for living, if he is suffering, maybe that is called as the greatest poverty. A person is sick, he is not having the money to get treated for that. Or if he is having no shelter, or if he is not able to buy clothes or food for his family, that can be considered as the real form of violence. This violence, probably this can be defined as the social violence. Poverty can be defined as this. Thank you.
Can I call on the guests? Vivek?
Well, he is celebrating his birthday and I am getting the birthday concert. If I had known that this was a Gandhi Jayanti special, I would have come in a khadi rather than a suit. Good evening, Toastmasters and fellow guests. It is nice to be here for my first visit here. The topic given to me today is each one has to find his peace within. Sorry. Well, Mahatma Gandhi got us the freedom for India, for billions of people. But the Toastmasters across the globe don't have the freedom from these table topics. What do we do? The power of unarmed non-violence is any day far superior to that of armed forces. Well, Hillary Clinton last year said, the speech from Mahatma Gandhi, which said that they will laugh at you, they will insult you, but finally they will win. This was an excellent example of what the America did with Iraq, or what the LTTE did with Sri Lanka, or what the Iraq or the Middle East is doing with its own insurgencies. We all will surely know that since our childhood, we have known that non-violence has been the path of India. If you find the history, people who have won their freedom with non-violence have won complete freedom. That's what Indians are. And if you find in the history, if people have won freedom with the help of armed forces, they have never won their battle. For example, Iraq war, then came Iraq War 2. Afghanistan War 1, then came Osama. And also with APT. So what I would wish to conclude my speech by saying is that follow the words of our leader, which is extremely simple when compared to the speeches or the followings of the world leaders who are known for their violence. Over to you.
Toastmaster Vijay, please.
Man becomes great exactly in the degree in which he works for the welfare of his fellow men. Toastmasters, welcome guests. It says man becomes great exactly in the degree in which he works for the welfare of his fellow men. Ladies and gentlemen, agree with me, fellow men means mankind. It also includes the ladies, yes. I think fellow men, that's absolutely right. Here I went to my in-laws' place. But my in-laws are like my parents. I'm so comfortable there. They treat me so well. Each time I go there, they're so nice. The minute I enter, there's some snacks, coffee. It's evening time. It was served. Coffee was served. Snacks were served. It was so nice. You're saying, where's all this topic going, you know? Then my wife asked me, you know, she just comes out of her parents' room and shows me this, you know, this glistening set of bangles, gold bangles, you know. And the next question, you know, do you know how much this costs? I said, I have no idea. She said, ask me, she says. I'm forced to ask. I don't have a choice, I'm forced to ask. And my wife just watched, you know, the magical figure. Only, hold your breath, only 3,90,000 rupees. For a pair of bangles, not 6 or 12, pair of bangles, diamond-studded bangles. Now, if yours truly has to survive, and have to become great, right? It's only for the welfare of mankind. So my wife says, see, my father gifted this to my mother. How sweet of him. I said, yes, very sweet of your father. Now she said, come on, Vijay, my father gifted my mother. What are you going to do for me? My father who is 72 years old, he has done this for my mother. What are you doing? He has done it for the welfare of his better half. What are you doing for the welfare of your better half? I am left with no choice but to say yes. Certainly, I will also get this. So friends, I want to wind up by saying, if you want to succeed, you can become great exactly to the extent what you do for the welfare of mankind.
There is a sufficiency in the world for man's need, but not for man's greed. Every human being always wants to, there is no end to our aims. Always we wish to own something or the other, and there is no end for this. And that in the initial stages, when the world has been formed, there were enormous resources on the earth that could meet the man's greedy needs. Whatever he wanted, there was enormous amount to meet those needs. But later on, because of the human population explosion, the ratio of resources to the mankind became very less, and so we have to compromise at one point of time that we should meet only our needs, but not look for the greedy things, which
affect others who were unable to do it. These days, we find many politicians doing scams, owning thousands and thousands of, earning thousands of crores because doing illegal, through illegal means, and they are just storing it, and it is for no use of others. So if that is taken out and ensured that every mankind, every human being is able to meet his needs, then the world will be as it is when it was initially formed.
Guess the topic is to believe in something and not to believe it is dishonest. Yes, it's very true. We read, we hear, we listen to leaders and the spiritual leaders and the leader like Mahatma Gandhi himself. Go eat, worship, and many such similar statements, right? We believe